Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal will finally settle their differences inside the octagon. The two will headline UFC 272 in a 5-round main event, but the contracts haven't been signed yet. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Play Action Productions, and yes, the Christmas day of MMA is here. Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal, finally fighting. Why is this a big deal? Well, as I mentioned, UFC 272 scheduled March 5th. It's a big deal because these guys used to be best friends. You know, they were roommates. They practically grew up in the sport together. And then Colby had that weird heel turn in Brazil, and then they just hated the hell out of each other. Now, Colby's gone crazy. You know, he said terrible things about everybody. The difference, though, with these guys is I think Colby makes a lot of stuff up, and he lies to get himself going, and he doesn't mean much, aka after the Usman fight, you know, trying to sell the fight. Jorge ain't that guy. You know, what he says, he means. And if you don't mean that, you can go check out the 3-piece in the soda, right, Leon Edwards? Now, this is a UFC 4, obviously, and this is not the real fight. I'm not the UFC, and I'm not trying to get sued by the UFC. The reason we're doing this is we're going to let them scrap it out here, and whatever happens here is what I'm going to put my money on, because this game is 100% accurate and never lies. Anyway, yes, this is a fight I am very much looking forward to. As I mentioned, these guys pretty much grew up together in the sport. So it is, you know, you kind of shed a metaphorical tear because these guys were great friends. Like, I'm going to put a couple pictures on the screen like they were. But you know what? Damn, that's a hell of a shot by Colby. Sometimes in life, you just got to... Oh my God, Colby's going to end this thing already. No way, I just started this video, Colby. I have so many more things to say. Jorge, you get out of this. Well, like I was going to say, I think he's going to get out of this. Both these guys, this is like the perfect time for the fight, right? Both guys are coming off back-to-back losses to Kamaru Usman, the pound-for-pound GOAT at the moment. Yeah, easy escape from Jorge. Now, like I mentioned in the Dustin Poirier fight, you know, it can be a bit tough when you're coming off losses to the champ because you can't just get an immediate match. You have to fight your way up. But chances are you already fought a lot of the guys that are, you know, above you after this drop, as you will after the title. So you don't really want to throw these rematches in the way. You kind of have to let the dust settle, right? You got to let a few guys ahead of you and below you fight each other, kind of mix up the rankings a little bit, then get back there. Wow, this is a nice position for Colby. But this is where these guys at, and you know, don't get me wrong, this is going to help the rankings for sure. But this is more a grudge match. You know, it's been a while since we had a fight with this much hatred. I mean, the last one I can think of is like Khabib and Conor, but like, you know, that was a little different kind of hatred, if you know what I mean. Like, that got a little too far. This is just a good old scrap, and I'm sure these guys will be boys again after the fight. Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to convince myself of that, but I don't really know if that's true. Like I said, Jorge doesn't mess around. So, yeah, this is what's going to happen. Now, what's going on in this fight? Honestly, I don't know. I think this is exactly what's going to happen in real life. Jorge is a great striker, obviously, but Colby is one of the best wrestlers in the world, you know? Yeah, in you know, the mixed martial arts wrestling, if you will. Except for the guy who beat him twice, Kamaru Usman, right? I think Usman brought up a good point in their last fight, you know, in a different timeline, Colby would be the best in the world. And that only exists if Usman's not around. And, you know, Jorge's about to get finished here. Oh my God, he's got to get out of the first round here, Jorge. And with that being said, I think it's going to be a dominant 50-45, probably even worse. I think he's just going to take him down. He's going to beat him in the clinch. And unless Jorge can do some crazy stuff, I don't see it going his way. But again, we'll let the game decide. What do I know? I watch this stuff. This game is real life. So we're going to see what Jorge can do off his back here. It's not looking good. But an interesting point about this fight is that this is going to be the first 5-round, you know, main event of a pay-per-view that's not a title since I think McGregor-Diaz 2 or Diaz-McGregor 2. That's pretty significant. You know, these days there's not a lot of needle movers, as you will call them in this industry. If your name's not Conor McGregor or, you know, Ronda Rousey how many years ago, you don't get these spots. And yeah, Jorge had the spot before. The BMF title, not UFC gold, but still counted as a title fight. So I think this is pretty significant, not just, you know, because these guys are boys, and Colby's going to finish this. Jorge's just not blocking any of those shots, and he gave up his back. This is going to be lights out. Oh, maybe not. But yeah, this is significant for the whole MMA world, right? Because it's going to prove that if you have these fights, you can build them up enough that you don't need title fights. The card's going to be pretty sick. I hope. I'm fingers crossed we're going to get Dustin and Nate for the co-main event, but I don't know. You never know with those guys, right? I was actually planning on doing a video of this as like another fantasy fight, and literally the next day it got announced, or kind of announced. So nice spinning back fist. You got about 10 seconds left here. It's been a pretty dominant round, but both guys are pretty beat up, but a pretty dominant round for Colby overall. You know, Jorge's going to steal some points here, but really it's not going to make much of a difference to these judges' eyes. The spinning back fist is landing, and Colby's just ducking them now. Pretty good round. All right, round 2. Colby is definitely up 10-9 on the scorecards. Jorge wants to touch gloves. Colby said, no, sir, not today. And he's throwing bombs now. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, this is going to be one of the most anticipated fights. There was a rumor after that Usman fight that these guys are... Ooh, what the hell? He like punched the back of his neck. That these guys were going to do a season of The Ultimate Fighter. Nice takedown by Colby. And I was praying for that because, as you know, The Ultimate Fighter... If you love the UFC, you love The Ultimate Fighter. However, The Ultimate Fighter these days is nothing like The Ultimate Fighter back then. You know, the fights are still good. Don't get me wrong. I like the fighters. I like the fights themselves. But I just don't think, like, so much of the beef is fabricated. You know what I mean? Like, the last season was, what, Volkanovski and Ortega? Great guys, great fighters, but they just, like, they tried so hard to hate each other, and clearly they didn't. You know, oh, big stop by Jorge. Clearly they didn't, and I mean, even before that, we had Cody and TJ, and, you know, there's a lot of beef there, so that was interesting to watch, but it's not like it used to be, you know? And these guys, if they were on The Ultimate Fighter, I don't know how they wouldn't fight in the gym every day. So this is what I hope for. Obviously, with this fight being at the time of recording just under 2 months away, obviously not going to happen. But it was a nice thought. You know, it was nice to live in that fantasy land for a while. Geez, stiff jab from Colby. He's taunting him now. He's saying, yeah, I could take you down whenever I want. I want to show you I'm a better boxer. And I don't think that would work for him. Okay, but he's doing work. Oh, he's just faking the takedown. Is he actually going to take him down? He's been faking the takedowns for an hour and a half here. Let's go, Colby. And that was a weird kick. But this is honestly, this might be best case scenario for Leon Edwards, because who's Usman gonna face now, right? Gilbert Burns, no. Like Chimaev, they're no. The only guy left is Leon, so he may finally get his title shot. Honestly though, this is I don't think this is gonna be a close fight. Who knows? I could be wrong. You know, I kind of thought the same thing with Ben Askren, and look what happened to him. Ugh, not good. Not good. But look at Jorge here. Out wrestling Colby. Let's see what he can do. Flip him around. Okay. Get in the guard. He's landing absolutely nothing because he's throwing absolutely nothing. There we go. Let's see what he can do. It is kind of... I hope they do a bunch of press conferences. Realistically, they'll probably just do one. But if they set this fight up for like the summer or something, and they could do like a... Not like a world tour like McGregor Aldo did, but you know, something... You know, 2 or 3 of them, because these guys are going to talk, and it's going to be hilarious. And it's going to be funny, because I think Colby's going to be yelling a lot, and Jorge's just going to be sitting there like, you're a But I can't wait for it, man. I think there's going to be a lot of anecdotes coming up. A lot of, oh, I remember when I kicked your ass in this training session. A lot of, like, leaked videos that, you know, somehow get leaked always before the fight, a la Francis and Gone. So I hope, I just can't wait for the build-up. Again, fingers crossed they actually sign the contract. You never know. These days, you never know. Someone doesn't put an extra 0, put the comma in the wrong place, and fight over. So let's see what Colby can do. Jorge is gas. You know, both these guys are gas, but that's an interesting point too. You know, Colby's got a gas tank forever. I mean, he seemed to tire out in that last Usman fight, but I think that was like the only time I ever seen him tire out. Where Jorge, as the fight gets longer, he gets a little more gassed, a la Nate Diaz, right? Came out hot and heavy with that Nate Diaz fight, and then towards the end of that 3rd round, he was getting pieced up, and I don't want to say he got saved by the doctors, because it wasn't anything like that, but if Nate Diaz could continue, it would have been a lot closer than it looked from the first 5 minutes. Oh, okay, look at that little 2-kick combo, and then Colby says, no, nothing. Masvidal is getting hurt, though, if you see his little stamina bar, because, you know, that exists in real life. Every time Colby lands anything, it's just immediately go into panic mode. We got a minute left here in the 2nd round. This is a great fight. Oh, if he landed that head kick, I would have lost my shit. He needs to throw that uppercut again. He's going to take him down. No, big stuff from Jorge. He's trying for the little roundhouse, man. He wants it. But the lead uppercut never works unless you watch 2 AIs do it, and then it always works. This is what happens. Okay, look at that. He just threw a right hand. It wasn't even crazy. Yeah, Jorge's in a lot of trouble. Oh, a little ankle pick? No, not today. Can Colby finish him in this round? He doesn't look like he wants to. Oh, if he blasts a knee in there, it's over. Ooh, a nice dig to the body, though. Okay, Jorge, I see you. Now they're just looking at each other. As DC would say, taking pictures. He's trying to slam that uppercut in there. I think Jorge's a little bit more wise to it. Spinning back fist. Can you blast a knee in there, Jorge, man? What are you doing? All right, we are at round 3 now. It's probably 2-0 for good old Colby here. I mean, everything he's throwing is dropping Jorge Masvidal, unfortunately. So I don't think that's going to happen in the real fight. It could happen once, maybe twice. But hey, you know what? I don't think Jorge's ever been knocked out as viciously as he has against Usman. So maybe that broke his chin. We don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Okay, a couple of clean shots landed, though. He's saying, yo, Andrew, shut up, bro. Colby's trying with that uppercut again. In for the takedown. Okay, there we go. I think if Colby gets him in any submission, it's good night. He's mounted, though. Nah, half mount. Back into the guard. Jorge's trying. He's working his way to the cage. He could probably get up here. He's getting his feet on Colby's hips pretty easily. Ooh, not today, Jorge. Come on. Colby's trying to step over. One more to step over. Pass into the mount. Nothing. Back to the guard. You know what? You got to give Jorge some credit. His ground game has improved a lot. But it's still not going to be at Colby's level, I think. Okay, again, we're just playing guard to... Oh! A little sneaky choke from Jorge? There's no way this works. Oh my god. Okay, this is all... I think he's going to get out of it. Maybe. I don't know. It's so tough to tell. It's not that tough. No, Red's obviously winning. This would have been ridiculous. If this happens in real life... What's going on? He stepped over. Okay, he just changed position. Oh my god. Look at the submission now. Oh my god, Jorge's going to submit. Okay, no, now it's even. I don't know what to believe anymore. I think he's going to escape. Oh no, he's going to get him. He's going to get him. He's going to get him. Jorge Masvidal has just submitted. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. Obviously, Colby got him. That was a ridiculous turn. We need to watch that replay. Please. Please, don't show us shitty replays. Jorge had Colby in the choke. And a little guillotine. And then quick little reversal from Colby. You're going to show us a replay, or am I just going to watch you? Okay, they're going to show us some shots. So Colby did some work on the ground. Jorge caught him with a choke. And then, look at that. Shoulder to the neck, to the esophagus. Had him. Jorge had nothing for him. Blackout before you tap out, right? Jeez, that's rough. Well, there you go, folks. Your winner and knew nothing because there's no title on the line is Colby Chaos Covington. That's tough. Honestly, though, I think this is my prediction. I think they're gonna have a picture like the McGregor Mayweather did, and the caption's gonna be like when you get your ass kicked, but you are like submission, just like that. When you get your ass kicked, but you still made a shit ton of money. Great fight. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Colby Covington submitted Jorge Masvidal, and I guess that's gonna be my pick now. My pick before this would have been Colby by decision, but I guess I'm going submission now. So there you go. This would be a great fight. I can't wait for it. If you are interested in this fight or, you know, any other fights you want to talk about, drop a comment. We can definitely talk about them. That's kind of why I built this channel up. So if you want to see any fights in the future, maybe we could watch UFC do some other, you know, terrible things with the AI. We'll see. Yeah, if you liked it, drop a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.